See something. We live. We live. We live. I'm trying to see if it's on YouTube yet. Okay. Let me just.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Just finna promote it right quick.
Let me know when the link available. I got some guys want to watch.
I'm finna send it right now. I'm finna send it in the 80. I'm finna send it in the IG group chat.
All right.
And I can like post it on my story, like IG.
Yeah. You should be able to. It's a way you can do it
All right, little dick.
on the stream though. On the stream. We already live.
Bro, I shouldn't have went swimming, bro. I like a mop.
And we'll be talking about. I think I know everything except Summer League. I'm not gonna lie.
It's cool. It's cool. We just gonna touch on. We just gonna touch on that really. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm finna be ready.
I think we more so gonna talk about what rookie gonna do the best.
Like who's a
That's really what
contender?
I want to talk about. Yeah, I want to talk about that too. So
Y'all, I don't think y'all gonna be surprised by my pick.
probably won't. Not. We probably won't.
Any team Paul George on a contender, bro.
All right. Y'all ready?
Paul
Yeah.
George, he need to be
All right.
slandered.
All right. Welcome back to the 82 show. This is the NBA segment, The Baseline. I am Drake Marbley. I'm your host. These are my two co-hosts, Brandon Hagman and Terrence Evans. And we're gonna get into some NBA talk today. So, the first topic. We're gonna talk about free agency, winners and losers. So,
Let's go ahead and get it out the way. The biggest winner of free agency is Houston, bro.
okay.
Houston is the biggest winner, bro. They signed KD, but they traded for KD. They got Finney Smith. They re-signed Fred VanVleet. I mean, they lost Cam Whitmore, which is pretty bad, but everything else they got to return is pretty good. I really think they need another. I think they need like another scorer or something off the bench, or like another guard that can kind of like help them run the floor. But I think they running. They up to something.
I do too. The Rockets, they got you lost Dylan Brooks that was actually their best catch and shoot shooter, surprisingly. He shot 39% from the three. But you get a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, who that's a 3-and-D guy right there. You get him from the Lakers, get him on a good contract, and they got what they wanted. They got a scorer to get the guy who's gonna end the game for them. They got a closer, so they finally got a positive score. That's what they really was missing last year. But
Yeah,
their defense is still the same. They were the second best defense behind OKC that whole season. You were the second seed. Of course, they weren't the second best team in the West, but still being the second seed with that type of team, I mean, really.
no more Jalen Green stinkers.
Yeah.
No more.
I mean, Houston got rid of their young core though. I mean, their whole free agency, I guess they the winners because they made the most moves that benefited them.
Yeah.
But it's like they taking a risk.
It's a risk because I guess you could say because KD's 35, 36. And so maybe that's why you say they take a risk. But KD's
buckets.
Yeah, KD still has a good 2 to 3 seasons. So at the end of the day,
he gonna average 25 the rest of the year.
I think going into next season, they're definitely gonna be a scary team.
A sleeper is definitely New Orleans. New Orleans is definitely a sleeper.
I'm glad you touched on that. New Orleans, that's gonna be a good team, especially when healthy. You got Jordan Poole, you got rid of CJ McCollum. I can't remember if they still had DeJounte Murray. I know he was hurt. I can't remember if they still have him.
Still got him.
So you still, yeah. So that's gonna be a good team. Then you got, of course, if Zion is healthy, I do expect Zion to be healthy next season. I think he slimmed down a lot because Zion, we all know, when healthy, he's probably one of the most dominant players in the league.
It's a guaranteed 40.
It really is. Like when
28.
Zion just hasn't been healthy, he only played, I think, 30, 40 games last season, and he still averaged like 23, 24 points. So he's still one of the best players in the league. To me, Zion is still, when healthy, a top 15, top 20 player in the league. When healthy, he's up there. He's better than a lot of guys. So then you add a guy like Jeremiah Fears, who I'm very high on, actually. He has one of the best handles we've seen. He's only like 6'2", 6'3", but he invites contact. I love a physical point guard, a physical guard who's gonna get downhill. He knows he can create his own shot. And then you get a guy like Derek Queen, who's also very physical, very skilled.
It's my boy.
He's like a Sengun prototype build.
Whew.
So that's gonna be a very scary team.
Special.
Still got Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. That is gonna be a very scary team over there.
Trey Murphy, Herb Jones.
That's gonna be a very. I think they'll be.
My goodness.
I think
honestly
are contenders with the Rockets when it comes to a winning offseason.
Yeah.
Winning offseason. Yeah.
San Antonio is doing real good right now. San
San Antonio is going to be scary. That's actually a team that.
Yeah, especially in the next like 2 to 3 years. If De'Aaron Fox can get his rhythm, because he really couldn't get it. He really didn't get his rhythm last season, being traded like that. But especially with Wimpy back healthy, then you're adding Dylan Harper, who I think Dylan Harper is going to be a problem.
Carter Bryant's going to be
a problem. Those are two young guys that I'm very high on. I'm really, really excited to see those guys play. And the West is going to be so stacked next year. It's going to be like the 2010s again. I really do think so, where we had multiple 50-win teams. Obviously they're going to be trying to catch up to OKC because OKC beat them by, I want to say they had the best record in the West by like 13, 14, maybe 16 games. So that's going to be big.
If the Rockets don't win the championship, I got OKC repeating.
OKC, I definitely have OKC repeating.
I do have because OKC they have the team to repeat. The fact that you had J-Dub, who was hurt playing with a messed up wrist. You have Chet didn't even play good offensively. That's what's so scary. Chet did not play good during that finals, bro, and they still were able to come out with the finals
championships, man.
And so
J-Dub had like a torn ligament on his shooting hand, and he was
exactly
40 and 20 balls. So
that's why he was yelling at his hand.
And then you have a guy like Topic. I really think Topic. He's a very good, like his IQ is above the rest. Especially, I feel like in the last draft class, he's a physical point guard. Also, he invites contact. His playmaking is very great. I think he's gonna come out with a lot of great playmaking for this OKC team when a guy like Shea has to go out, because they didn't really just have like a backup point guard like that who could, just really play make.
Yeah, not to say that Cason Wallace couldn't, because he did perfect, but
so
he still needed someone that's a little better at that.
The only thing that's gonna scare OKC is the second apron, but I really feel like the second apron really won't do anything to that team for a while.
Because not only that, they have the bench. If they really want to, they can trade, because people will want some pieces on
want those pieces.
Plus, they have the draft picks.
That's true. That's another thing I wanted to touch on about the OKC thing. They still have draft picks, so you can still cash in the lottery. You can still cash in the draft anytime you want, and they can still trade off some of those trade picks. So
they draft them.
I truly believe OKC is miles ahead of a team that should not be worried about the second apron.
Yeah,
they're set.
Like they really are. That team just will not be affected by the second apron at all. They won't. So I'm really scared for the
The
league.
league wide open.
The league is going to be wide open this year, especially the West. The West is just going to be deep.
Yeah, the West
The
is
East is so. I don't think I see a contender in the East. I can't really see
I
nobody.
think the championship's coming out the West this year. Because also another team I wanted to talk about was the Nuggets. The Nuggets, they got some pieces. Getting Cam Johnson, I like that they got Cam Johnson. You
I
got
like
rid of MPJ, and you got rid of that contract because MPJ wasn't on the best contract. Let's be honest, he didn't play a lot of defense. Cam Johnson, who I feel like he's a better defender. He might not be exactly the shooter. He probably can't shoot over guys like MPJ did, but
he ain't got much of a clip, but I think
Yeah.
he can probably be just as precise and accurate as MPJ. Even more, to be
Yeah.
honest.
and then they added Valanciunas also. So adding Valanciunas and adding another backup center because Jokic hasn't had a backup center his whole career like a good one other than DeAndre Jordan, who hasn't played meaningful basketball since the Clippers.
Yeah.
So the Nuggets are going to be a scary team also because you got to think this team, that's the same team who took the eventual champs to 7 games without Aaron Gordon in that game 7. I mean, we could be talking about another champ right now if Aaron Gordon is not hurt in that game 7.
No.
I don't think that. I think
No.
I think OKC. It was destined for OKC to win that chip. I'm not gonna lie.
OKC won.
They was, but this is not taking anything away from OKC because you play who's in front of you. I'm just saying that if Aaron Gordon plays that game 7, I honestly don't think it's a blowout like it was because he couldn't move like he wanted to. But
same with Halliburton. I feel like they would have won that game 7, but it was gonna be a close one. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna probably end at a single digit if Halliburton didn't get hurt because he was going crazy. He scored 9 points in 3 minutes.
It was gonna be an SGA game.
Yeah, I think it might have been 7. I think he hit like it might have been 8. But yeah, he was hooping in the time when he played, and that really did hurt to see. Like I was telling Terrence one day, that was very sad to see when he went down like that in that game 7. Because nobody expected that. But like that's what happens when you play on a calf injury like that. And you see it time and time again. It happened with Dame, it happened with Tatum. I don't remember if Tatum had like calf like a calf issue at the time. Yeah, I think he might have had a calf strain at that point too. So, of course we know Dame. Who else?
I think then DeJounte
Murray, who also tore his Achilles. And I mean, it goes back to KD tearing his Achilles back in 2019 when you had that calf injury. It's just not smart to play on calf injuries. You can go to the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, like it's a lot of guys. Aaron Rodgers had he had calf issues before the beginning of the season, so it's very unfortunate to see. And the Pacers, I think the Pacers are also losers. I think they're losers in this offseason because you got rid of Miles Turner, who was on that team for the longest. He was on that team for 10 years at this point, and you lose a guy like that who took you to the finals, and you trade him to the Bucks, who you're basically in a rivalry with at this point. Y'all are already division rivals, and so now that y'all have faced each other in the last 2 times in the playoffs, and then y'all also played against with the what was that happened with the ball issue where Giannis wanted the ball and all that, and that
I don't think we criticize Rick Carlisle much.
Carlisle is a great.
In them last 2 games, Rick Carlisle has. If I was the head coach and if I watched the league, and I seen all these players go down with an Achilles, and I seen that my star player as Halliburton went down with a calf strain, we know that especially in the Thunder and Pacers playoff, home court advantage was a big factor.
Yeah.
And I feel like once that first quarter, we already knew that the Pacers was blowing out the Thunder in the first quarter. He should have set up the rest of the game.
I wholeheartedly agree. I don't think that Hallie should have played. I said that, but I've said that before. I don't think Hallie should have been playing, honestly, because you're in the finals. Yes, you want to play. Anybody's probably playing that game 7, especially. But I feel like you have an injury like that. It's a history of people getting injured when that happens, you have to think about the future. You could keep this team together and you can get back there because the East is still wide open.
Exactly.
The East is still wide open, bro. Y'all were one of the best offenses. Y'all were a very scrappy team, tenacious team. I think the Pacers, if Hallie sits out, they lose the finals. Okay, whatever. You come back next season, you regroup. They're probably a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference this year, especially with Boston
Number
not
one.
having. No, I said top 3. He said
Indiana would
one.
have been number one this season.
No,
That's not
New York.
Injured, he would have. They would have won.
New York.
The Cavs.
The Cavs are still nice.
Yeah, but
I think they would have been number one because I feel like they unlocked something in this series. In this playoff run, I feel like Indiana unlocked something.
Yeah,
they know what they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that they took the Oklahoma City Thunder, which they was the underdogs in every game, and they took them to Game 7. I feel like they would have came back crazy.
I wholeheartedly agree, Terrence. I wholeheartedly agree. The Celtics, you have the Celtics who went down. Jason Tatum is going to be out the whole year, so you're going to have Jaylen Brown as the number one option. They got Anthony Simons. I'm high on Anthony Simons, but he hasn't put it all together yet. So I don't know if he'll be able to put it together this year. You lose Drew Holiday, you lose Kristaps Porzingis, who went to the Hawks, and the Celtics are not going to look good this season. They'll probably be 5 to 6 range, maybe.
I don't know. It's scary. They don't
the
have
Magic.
They don't.
The Magic have got better.
Yeah, the Magic have got better. I think the Sixers have got real good.
The Sixers.
Yeah, Paul George on
They
there.
gonna return with not Paul George, not because of Paul George.
No,
the return of Jared McCain, Embiid if he's healthy. Of course the addition of VJ Edgecombe and things like that. Like I think they'll be pretty decent. They're probably gonna be like a top 5 seed, top 3 seed.
VJ Edgecombe, the Sixers, I think they'll look nice next season.
And they still got
Maxey. And they still got Maxey. Yeah, they got Maxey too.
And I know Terrence isn't gonna want to hear this, but hey, the Hawks, they might look good. The Hawks are gonna look good next year.
They finally getting Trae Young help, so
the Hawks are gonna look good.
They finally give him help so they can now stop clinging on that one player.
Alexander Walker.
They can finally stop glazing Trae Young because every time we talk about how good of a player Trae Young is, the only thing we bring up is that playoff run he did and how he's the Knicks' dad and shit. I'm not gonna curse, but we talk about with Trae Young. We haven't
the Hawks,
but he slept on. But the Hawks they just need to get Trae Young help.
Yeah, I think they're winners this season. I think they're winners in this offseason. You get Kristaps Porzingis, you do lose John Collins. But when him and John Collins were in that pick and roll, that was one of the most deadliest pick and rolls, honestly, in the game. But now with Kristaps, you have a guy who can space the floor, especially when healthy. Kristaps can still roll to the basket. He's still going to catch a lob or two. You have a Nicole Congo who can be a lob threat. You have a guy like Dyson Daniels Steele, who is one of the best defenders in the league. So the Hawks, to me, could be a top 5, top 6 seed. I think they're also in that 5 to 6 range. I think they'll probably be like a 5 seed this year. And I think the Magic will be in there as well. They've gotten better this offseason, in all honesty. So
Kristaps can score.
He can score.
You don't have to depend on Trae Young.
I don't know if Kristaps can still score, bro. Did y'all watch?
Oh, come on now.
Y'all seen the
when
Boston
healthy
series, bro?
When healthy though,
Kristaps is the main reason why my Celtics got that ring.
When he came back healthy in the finals, it wasn't nothing that Mavs could do.
They was running the Pro M 5v5 lineup. I understand. Okay, I see.
Can I talk about a loser?
You said what?
Can I talk about a loser?
Yeah, you can.
I'm convinced the Miami Heat are done playing basketball.
Yeah,
the Miami Heat, they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
They haven't.
It's over.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Pat Riley is the equivalent of. He is the NBA Jerry Jones.
Nah, bro. At least the Heat win, bro. The Heat win. The Cowboys never win.
He is the NBA Jerry Jones. Nothing goes by Pat Riley. He is there.
I
He
say
makes the trades.
like the Steelers owner, whoever the Steelers owner
The
is.
the
No.
only thing they've done is get Norman Powell.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you've done. But that's a guy you're adding another scorer to the team. But you have a guy like Tyler Hero, guys who are going to be ball dominant. So I don't see the point. I didn't even see the point of that trade. Honestly, you're getting Norman Powell, who had a great season this year. He had a great season. He was one of the main reasons the Clippers were able to get to the playoffs. And what were the Clippers? A 5 seed, weren't they?
I think so.
A 5 seed. So you're one of the main reasons. So
were they 6? And because they played the Nuggets in the first round, and
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets were 5 and the Clippers were 6.
Let me see.
No, the Lakers were 3. The Lakers were 3. So the Nuggets were 4.
The Nuggets were 4 and
On
Clippers were 5.
And the Lakers were 3 because they played the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I mean, do y'all want to hold on? Y'all want to talk about this? Talk about the Lakers?
Think about the Lakers, man. The Lakers.
They're not going nowhere.
I don't know. I don't really see them going. I mean, Aiden. I'm not gonna lie. I can't get jiggy with Aiden, bruh. Like he let me down too much. I really think Phoenix was supposed to go somewhere when they played the Nuggets. They took the Nuggets to 6. Was that like what the series they won a championship? The year they won a championship? Like
the Nuggets.
Aiden, yeah, Aiden really let me down real bad. Like he wouldn't even chase anything. He don't have no dog in him, man. He don't want to.
We all know Aiden's problem. He just he slacks on defense. I don't know. Aiden looked very good up until him and Monty Williams got into it that year. And Monty Williams essentially he didn't like him, I guess. But I'm not going to say he didn't like him. But Aiden this year, I feel like Aiden has a chip on his shoulder. So me personally, I'm not saying Aiden's going to be I don't think he's going to be essentially the answer to the Lakers, to our problems, because he's not. He's honestly not. But if anybody can unlock DeAndre Ayton, I feel like it could be Luka and LeBron.
Yeah.
He's playing with a chip on his shoulder this season to show that he's not done. And I feel like that's kind of what the Lakers that's kind of what they need this right now. I see that Jackson Hayes doesn't have that no trade clause anymore, so that's very good. Terrence knows how I felt about that. He shouldn't have had no trade clause in the first place. That's not a guy with no trade clause. So
y'all getting Bradley Beal?
I don't want Bradley Beal on my team.
I would actually disown everything I have of the Lakers.
Let's talk about are y'all gonna get CP3?
If we get CP3, then I will actually believe that the Lakers can make a deep playoff run.
No. I don't think so, man. Like him and I'm not gonna say y'all might get him for something like somebody who wants to like lead that bench. Like y'all could have him, come over there, teach Bronny a couple things, but other than that, I don't really see him doing much but being like a floor general for y'all.
I just don't know who the starting lineup's gonna be.
Yeah. That's gonna be
because we have Austin Reeves, Luka, Braun, Jackson Hayes, we have Vando, you have Rui Steele, you have Aiden. Who's gonna start? I feel like the starting lineup will probably be Austin Reeves. It'll be Luka, Reeves, Braun, probably Rui and Aiden.
Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna be the starting lineup. Or maybe you put in Vando. I doubt they put in Vando. They'll probably keep bringing Vando off the bench.
Let me tell you, Lakers are going to have a good regular season. Then when the playoffs come, they're gonna get pummeled through a mattress by any team that makes the first round.
Because they didn't answer the Lakers needed what the Lakers needed was somebody who could space they got Jake LaRavia, who I'm not mad at that pickup because he's a positive scorer. To me, he's a positive scorer. Yeah. But I just don't know. Lakers, I don't know what the Lakers are gonna do this. I don't know what they're gonna do, in all honesty.
They got RJ.
I don't know how their season's gonna look. With Luka and LeBron, you'll probably be a top 5.
Y'all might go get rest.
They got RJ Davis though. RJ Davis is tough.
Bro, come on, give it up, bro.
He's tough. What I'm really thinking about, I feel like,
Boy, Drake froze.
yeah.
And he left. He got kicked out.
But
There you go. He said Bronny starting. I don't think Bronny gonna start, bro.
Bronny not starting. If they put Luke at the point, where Bronny gonna play at?
Yeah, Bronny. I think Bronny is gonna. He gonna show a couple things, but he gotta learn how to shoot the ball a little bit better and play a lot more defense, be way more effective because he's shorter, he's smaller. So that's why I say y'all can bring Chris Paul over there, teach him some things like how to be effective on defense. I wouldn't say Chris Paul played. Have y'all ever seen Chris Paul like really play a catch and shoot role? I mean,
No,
like
Chris Paul can't be in a catch. He can't be in a
yeah, like he's not. I don't know. It's somebody y'all gonna have to get somebody else to teach him that. Like
he can't be in a catch and shoot role. So
y'all don't have really too many catch and shooters over there. Y'all traded away. I mean, y'all gave away. Y'all didn't sign Finney Smith, which would have been a great addition to y'all team. Which
we didn't resign him. He left in free agency. So, and the thing we got, like I said, we got Jake LaRavia. He is not the defender that Dorian Finney-Smith is, obviously, but he's a positive scorer. And I don't know, the Lakers. I don't want to call them losers, but I also don't want to call them winners at all.
Kind of, it can go 50-50, man. Just
for me, they're kind of just in that gray area right now.
They're losers.
You think they're losers?
They're losers.
I can't say they're losers.
I don't think they're no losers, bro.
Not doing anything. They're not going to do anything.
But it's also it's not a lot they can do.
They have no depth.
We don't. Okay, that's true.
What we're seeing here, that's what a lot of the free agency is, though. This playoff final should have told you that y'all need depth.
That you need depth because both teams had depth on both sides, bro.
Houston, do Houston have depth?
Houston has depth.
Houston have crazy depth. Crazy.
They have depth.
Hey, boy.
KD, Sengun, Amen, Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith, Dorian Finney-Smith, Tari Eason.
Oh yeah, okay.
Reed Shepherd.
Oh my God, Reed, bro.
The Rockets are gonna be.
They're gonna be a problem.
That Rocket, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be nice. And they also can't forget they have Steven Adams as a backup center on that team. Yeah. We all know Steven Adams is. We all know what type of guy he's gonna be. They added Clint Capella also to that team, so you have 3 bigs now.
Oh my.
Yeah, like my guy Eli said. He said, we got Clint. They got Clint. They got Aaron Holiday. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be scary. The Mavericks. We all know how the Mavericks are gonna be. Mavericks are gonna be scary this year.
Kyrie,
especially when healthy. The Mavs are gonna be. They're to me. They didn't do a lot of free agency, but they won the offseason still. They still have their winners in the offseason because you get Cooper Flag.
Yeah, you get
Cooper Flag.
The best player in the draft.
Yeah. Hugo Harrison double magic.
Hey, it was rigged. They gave that man Cooper Flag, man. But
they had to put something.
They had to. But Kyrie, Clay, Kyrie's gonna be out, but you have for a while, and so but you have D'Lo, he's streaky, but he could be there until Kyrie gets there. He'll still be a solid backup, in my opinion. You have Klay Thompson, who we're hoping he has a bounce back season. He really hasn't had the best last 2 seasons. You have Cooper Flag, who you're hoping can play that point forward role. I think that's what they're probably going to have Cooper Flag in, is that point forward role. I kind of feel like he can, because I think he showed off. He was a good playmaker at Duke, in my opinion. He wasn't bad by any means. We know what type of defender he is too. So
the biggest problem is going to be Anthony Davis staying healthy.
Yeah. If AD can stay healthy.
The biggest problem. now that he gets to show, like, gets to play the true power forward that he been want to play, not playing the center that LeBron really forced him to play. So
because we all AD is at his best when he's at the 4. We
yeah,
saw that with the Lakers when AD got to play the 4 in from 2019 to 2021, bro. That was the winning formula for the Lakers.
the Lakers should give that team together.
They should have, but you blow up that team, bro. For you bring in Melo, you bring in Russ, you bring in Trevor Ariza. You blow up the team, bro. You bring in all these old guys and you blow up
Trevor Ariza, bro. That's a
you
class.
blow up what won you the championship, bro. Having AD as a force so he can roam. AD is a generational defender, in my opinion. AD is one of the best defenders we have seen in this league, in my opinion. He can move his feet on the perimeter. He can keep up with guards. We all know what type of guy he is in the paint. He's one of the best shot blockers. AD, so honestly, to me, have a DPOY at this point in his career. But he can't even stay on the floor for the minimum of 65 games at this point to even win awards. That's going to be so. If the Mavs stay healthy, which also if the playoffs show anything, you have to be healthy to win games. Because OKC was what the healthiest team and the deepest team. If you're injury prone, you're not gonna be able to do anything in this league. You're not gonna be able to do anything. So we've seen that from time and time again. Even going back to last year's playoffs when Boston, they played a lot of hurt teams and a lot of teams who could have gave them problems. So, it's been like that, bro. You have to stay healthy if you want to win. So that's going to be the Mavs' biggest thing. That's going to be their biggest downfall if they do have a downfall this season. But the Mavs are also a winner to me. So, and I also want to talk about another loser, the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets, bro, you had 5 first-round picks. You had 5. And I don't know if any of them are going to cash in.
Oh, no.
I don't know if any of them are going to cash in.
Bro,
In my life, I've seen a fumble 5 picks.
5 picks.
Another one got to be the Jazz, bro. You don't know if, Ace Bailey. In my opinion, Ace Bailey, a lot of people like to compare him to Cooper, but I think they have 2 different games. Like,
they have 2 different games.
Like Ace, in my opinion, he take a lot more shots than Coop does. Like Coop don't look to score the ball. Coop go out there and just play basketball. Ace really go out there and just try to score the ball. And with what's going on like around him, like him saying he don't want to play, like his attitude when he got drafted, like stuff like that. Like you can't be having stuff like that. So
yeah, like my guy just said in the chat, bro. The Brooklyn, like going back to the Nets, bro. You drafted 4 guards. You drafted 4 guards. 4 guards in the first round, bro. I've never seen that in my life. It's all the talent out there, bro, and you draft 4 guards. And then you draft the big who I think Danny Wolf, the big they drafted from Michigan, he's a very good prospect. When I seen him play at college, that guy, he can really hoop. He moves like a guard. But that's just, they're not going to be the Nets. I don't see why you do that, bro.
They're trying to draft Cam Thomas replacement, bro. They want a new Cam Thomas.
They probably are going to, but you got MPJ, which isn't going to do much for you. But the Nets, they're a loser also this season. So they're one of the many. Like, I said that earlier. Atlanta definitely had a great free agency. A lot of these guys had great free agency. We're talking about contenders. Who do we think the real contenders are going to be this season? Actually,
championship or playoff?
Like, the teams who have a chance to possibly win a championship this season.
I think in the East, you gotta go. You gotta go Cleveland. You gotta go. Yeah. I mean, New York, of course. I feel like New York are gonna come. It's like gonna come with a vengeance. Like Jalen Brunson gonna feel some type of way, especially since he lost to Tyrese Halliburton on the biggest stage. I mean,
I think New York is going to the finals.
Yeah, they got a good addition with Jordan Clarkson. I feel like Jordan Clarkson, when he played for like big cities, he liked to show out and stuff. So,
and then they also we're talking about the Knicks. They also added Mike Brown as their head coach. So
yeah, Mike Brown.
who was just the coach of the year a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
Can't forget about that. He's going to be very good. I think he's going to get those guys because obviously we know what their problem was and their downfall was rotations. Tibbs just didn't know how to rotate guys.
Tibbs doesn't.
He's always been like that, and essentially that was the downfall. You didn't really make a lot of adjustments, didn't make a lot of rotations. You got past Cleveland, and then you lose to the Pacers. So when they fired Tibbs, I wasn't too mad at that. I honestly wasn't. Yeah, he's won Coach of the Year 2 or 3 times, I think, at this point. But when a guy just has a blatant problem and it seems like he's not going to fix it, you have to get rid of him. And I think Mike Brown was a perfect replacement. But in the East, it's really not it's not a lot of contenders. I think the Magic will be sleepers, definitely though. Like I said, I think the Magic. I said the Magic probably be 4 or 5. I think they might shoot up to a top 3 seed this season. They just might with adding Desmond Bane. So
I feel like teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks, the Magic. I feel like this season is the season where you need to step up because Halliburton is gone for the season and Tatum is gone for the season. Those are two people in that East that can take you out of your season.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Brunson got the most complete team to do it. I mean, with Anunoby, Mikal, I mean, he still got Cat. He still got who else was playing on that team? I forgot. He still got a lot of guys with him. So I feel like New York can do it, to be honest.
They said bro, a healthy 76ers could do something in the East,
healthy
bro.
76ers.
Oh, most definitely.
And
Give Paul George the minutes.
It's not about Paul George, bro. It's not about Paul George.
He's nasty, bro. It's not about Paul George at all.
The biggest problem is Joel Embiid, bro. If Joel Embiid is healthy, bro, they will go to a conference finals just like they did in 2019.
Joel Embiid knees are too messed up. He's done.
But I don't know. He might have I think he got like a weight problem like Zion a little bit. So it's kind of hard.
I just think he's had injury problems since Kansas though. So
yeah,
this is really not surprising. In all honesty, it's not surprising that he's getting hurt like he is. You do wish he would stay healthy. I'm hoping he stays healthy this season because we all know Joel Embiid is a top 3, top 4 player in the league, probably when healthy. He just won MVP a few seasons ago.
They tried to say his MVP was fake, bro. Come on, guys.
Come on. Embiid,
he was going back to 40 balls.
I ain't gonna lie, he got the best bag for a big.
We can't forget he gave Wemby 60. So
he gave Wemby 70.
It was 70.
Yes, he gave Wemby 70.
So like we just can't forget about. We can't forget about that type of stuff, bro.
Like, I don't care how many points was off free throws, none of that, bro.
Like,
gave him 70, bro.
They're gonna be healthy. They're also got somebody we can look for to be a top 3 seed. VJ Edgecombe, who looks very good. VJ really does kind of remind me of. I kind of want to say D Wade, but I kind of want to go Victor Oladipo also.
Yeah,
when Victor Oladipo was with the Pacers,
he can show a little bit more of his jump shot. Like most of the stuff I see is like
that's a great comparison, man.
Yeah. And then we all know how Jerry McCain was a favorite to win. He was number 1 in Rookie of the Year voting. On the ladder before he was out for the season. So that's. I don't know, bro. That's
way special.
The Sixers are definitely they can beat.
We all haven't talked about though the Pistons. The Pistons just got Duncan Robinson. They re-signed Tim Hardaway. I mean, I think they're gonna be pretty nice too, especially with Cade going up every year. Like they're gonna be real nice. They getting Ivy back. I mean,
they do get Ivy back. They do get Ivy back. I'm just looking for the Pistons to just keep getting better as a team. You got to a 6 seed last year, and it wasn't the outcome you desired. I had them winning that series. In all honesty, it went to 6 or 7, didn't it?
I think so.
And so I think honestly the Pistons could be good, but I don't know if they're necessarily contenders.
I love the Cavs, man. Like, especially that they added Lonzo. Like that Lonzo deal is.
I
Beautiful.
forgot that's who I was thinking of. Getting Lonzo is gonna help them a lot. You get a great playmaker, a good defender, Lonzo who has a good shot. Also, like that's a big pickup for them. They're probably gonna run away with the East again. Maybe I think they might run away with the East again with adding Lonzo. You got DeAndre Hunter towards the back end of the season, and it's always kind of hard to just come onto a team and it's hard to come onto a team late in the season and get like used to it. But now that they're gonna have a whole training camp with them, you're gonna have a whole training camp with Lonzo, and this is gonna be a good. They're gonna be once again in that top 1 to 2 seeds for the East. We can expect that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then obviously for the West, the contenders, I'm gonna say
everybody.
The Thunder. Everybody,
bro.
Everybody
but the Jazz, bro. Everybody but the Jazz.
And the Trailblazers.
Everybody but Jazz and Trailblazers, bro.
Let me.
And Phoenix is not competing for anything.
I'm mad about Phoenix, bro, because Devin Booker. You can ask my guy Eli in the chat, bro. I love Devin Booker, bro. That is one of my favorite players, bro. And Devin Booker has played good. He's played very good basketball over the past 2 seasons, but it hasn't mattered because the Suns haven't been winning anything. They haven't been winning nothing. So it's like he's kind of flew under the radar, in my opinion. I think going into next season, Devin Booker is going to be one of the most underrated players in the league. But yeah, the Suns, the Trailblazers, the Jazz. Yeah, you can get
Devin Booker's gonna pull a Dame, bro.
Huh?
You're gonna pull a Dame.
I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't.
He's not gonna leave the Suns until it's too late.
I really
bro. Speaking of Dame, where is he going, bro?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know who.
I think the Warriors might have reached out to his camp, but
it's crazy.
I don't know where Dame is. I don't know where Dame is gonna go.
I don't know why the Warriors keep trying to win championships. Like, it's time to just build their future now.
Curry starting and Dame on the bench.
Curry, Dame is not gonna play the bench. He is gonna be a point guard while Curry runs around and shoots the ball.
That's still crazy though.
That's still gonna be crazy, but like
I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm trying to think. So we said okay, the Thunder. The Mavs, obviously, the Rockets, obviously. Yeah. Those are probably going to be. That's probably going to be the top 3 seeds in the West.
Yeah,
that's probably going to be the top 3 seeds in the West. You could go. You could. The Minnesota didn't. Oh wait, I just thought about something. The Hawks also. I just thought about something that completely slipped my mind. The Hawks also got Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Yep, they did.
The Hawks had a very good free. I have to go. I know I keep talking about the Hawks a lot, but they had a very good free agency, bro. Yeah. You added Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's a great defender, and we saw Nickeil Alexander-Walker put against OKC. He was putting the ball on the floor, getting to it. So yeah, but
also another scorer.
Oh yeah, also another scorer. But going back to the West, I'm trying to think contenders. Those are my 3 contenders, honestly, in the West. I don't really see anybody going.
I'm gonna the Nuggets.
You gotta go Nuggets.
My bad. I meant the Nuggets also.
You gotta go Nuggets.
The Nuggets, honestly, the Nuggets championship window is gonna be the same. It's gonna be there until Jokic declines or retires.
The thing about the Timberwolves, bro, they keep signing all these forwards and bigs, bro.
Yeah.
They need a guard, bro.
But I was very
paid Naz Reid.
They can't. They have to get over Mike Conley, bro. Mike Conley is not gonna do.
It's time to give Rob the minutes.
It's time to give Rob the minutes. You can go out, sign Chris Paul. You could even go out and sign Russell Westbrook for all I care, bro. Get somebody, bro, to help turn Rob up at least.
I hope Rob gets minutes this year.
Russ needs to retire.
No.
Let's
Yes.
not get into that, bro.
Russ,
not get into that, bro.
bro.
Let's not get
No.
into that, bro.
Russ
No.
needs to retire, y'all.
No.
He has nothing to like. What does he do? What is he here for?
He's a hustle guy.
He a hustle guy. He can play, bro.
Like
Russ is still a two-way guard at this point in his career.
so he's a glorified Patrick Beverly.
No.
The thing about Russ, bro, a lot of people don't
play.
realize, bro, Russ played his best basketball this season. He's played better basketball this season than he's played in the past 2 seasons, honestly. And I'm gonna say why. They were able to use Russ effectively with cutting and playing off ball. He hasn't played off ball. He hasn't played off ball any time in his career.
Yeah.
But at this point in Russell's career, he's going to have to be a guy. He can still run the offense from time to time, but you have to realize that it's going to go through Jokic. It's going to go through Jokic. He's going to be running the offense. Russ did a good job this season, and Mike Malone did a good job this season having Russ going off back screens and cutting back door, making certain cuts and getting to the basket and getting him easy buckets. That's honestly the best I've seen Russ this past season. He did have some dumb moments, like when he sold Jokic's historic game, that triple double he had. But I don't think it's time for him to necessarily retire. He's still going to be a good player, and going back to the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. The thing about the Minnesota Timberwolves is I have to see how they really didn't do a lot in free agency in period. But I don't think that's a necessarily bad move because a lot of people wanted them to get KD. Me personally, I'm very glad they didn't get KD. It was no point in them getting KD, in my opinion, because you get KD, now you're top heavy, but you have no depth.
I would have turned Randall for KD, bro. Get rid of Randall for KD.
But it wouldn't be a 1-to-1 trade though, because you have to match contracts, and KD is gonna come with a big package. He's gonna come with a big package. You gotta think about it. KD was involved in a 17 trade, I'm pretty sure. So 17. The biggest one in NBA history. So it's gonna come with a big package regardless, bro.
Tarnishing my GOAT legacy, bro. Stop doing this every year. They do it every year. They tarnish his legacy, bro.
With Minnesota, bro, you would have had to get rid of guys like guys like Jalen McDaniels. You probably would have had to get rid of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Maybe a Dante DiVincenzo. You're getting rid of your depth. You're gonna have to get rid of guys. And Julius Randle, up into the OKC series played very great in the playoffs. Julius Randle played great in the playoffs up into the OKC series, bro. In all honesty, so
great the first 2 games of the OKC series.
Yeah, he played. The thing with I was saying this that first game, the first game when they played OKC, Minnesota was having success when they were pushing the ball and they were getting the ball to Randall and getting Randall going downhill in transition, because Randall was truly too strong for any of those guys stopping downhill in transition. That was when they actually had success a little bit in game 1, but they didn't go. The thing with OKC was, bro, they're a great defensive team. You let guys like that set up on defense, it's not going to work. And you have to take care of the ball. And that's why the Pacers were also able to push them. That's why the Pacers were able to push them to 7, because the Pacers had the perfect offense to counter the OKC's defense.
Yeah, they had the Pascal Siakam pushing him.
You have a top pace team, a top offense who doesn't turn the ball over a lot. That's the key. They had the keys to win, bro. In all honesty, but yeah, and I'm gonna throw in that you can't count out a team with Luka and LeBron. So
so you can throw in the Lakers, man. It's
yes, you can.
Any team with LeBron, now, gotta be a contender, man.
We're going to see a different side of Luka this year. If Luka has slimmed down like they said he has, and Luka is moving like year 2,
we might get 2018 Luka.
If we get in bubble Luka, how he was moving that year of the bubble, with how he can score now, getting back on that rim, it's gonna be scary
Oh
for
my
me, bro.
goodness. I
I don't see the Lakers going nowhere until that old man retire, bro.
A lot of people are saying that, and I understand where y'all are coming from, man. But
Bro, hey, the problem with LeBron though, he didn't have to take 53 million for 1 year.
No, he didn't have to at all.
LeBron did that. We all know why LeBron did that. He's retiring probably after next
He
season.
simply did that to show that he's still that guy. But he didn't have to do that. You're a billion. You don't need 50
And
million.
then the fact that LeBron never opts into his contract, so is you. That's how you know is he. I think next season he's gonna play this season, and he'll be a free agent, or he'll probably want to be traded or whatever. And
He got him a glory. Patrick Beverly.
Bro, let's be real though. Like, what can Russ bring to the table? Hustle?
Russ can hustle. Russ can still pass the ball, man. Russ can finish. He's still a great cutter. Patrick Beverly can't do anything. Patrick Beverly can't guard. Russ can at least guard.
Patrick Beverly can guard.
No, Patrick Beverly cannot
He
guard.
can guard.
Russell Westbrook at least can get a few stops on SGA. Patrick Beverly is getting
Patrick
zero
Beverly
stops.
can guard, man, just a little bit, man.
Russell Westbrook is not.
Just a little bit.
You gotta
Patrick
stop this,
Beverly, bro.
bro.
Come
Like,
on, man.
he was I get it. That's Mr. Triple Double, like OKC Thunder.
There is a read.
But it's time to stop this, bro.
Have we-
He's retired.
Have we lost the plot?
He needs to retire.
We are comparing Russell Westbrook to Patrick Beverly now. Oh my goodness.
But the thing is, though, all these old points, right? Dame, I'm taking Dame over Russ. I'm taking CP3 over Russ.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Russ is he's done.
Russ don't got a jump shot like Dame or CP3 though. So that's probably why you think that.
True.
Russ got a bag. He's a rim runner.
Now,
He doesn't have a bag.
Now he is, bro.
now,
Let's
Okay.
let's be
Now.
real. Russ had one
Now.
of the purest.
Now.
Russ had one of the purest mid-range shots we've ever seen.
come on. Russell Westbrook in his prime could score now. He just can't score.
No,
no more.
I'm saying
He's
like he don't
now.
have a bag now. We're talking
Yeah.
about now.
Okay,
Russell
yeah,
Westbrook.
now, yeah,
He's done. He's done.
So where y'all think CP3 going, man? Because this is last season, man. Where y'all think he going?
Actually, before we get into that, let's switch gears. Let's go ahead and do a blind ranking.
All right.
Go ahead and do a blind ranking. I'm on Ranker right now. We're gonna do top 10 most likable players of 2025. According to Ranker, the top 10 most likable players. And I had the list pulled up. I think it's pretty easy. I think y'all will fly through these, maybe. But
Let's go ahead. Get the first guess. Let's go ahead and guess Luka.
Luka is number 10. Yeah, surprisingly, he's number 10.
That
I'm
makes
gonna
sense.
go with LeBron.
He's actually not. He's not on here at all.
That doesn't make sense, bro. Nobody likes LeBron like that.
Come on, the glaze he's been getting lately.
The glaze he's been getting is because he's the GOAT, but nobody really likes him.
I don't even know where LeBron is on this list.
You gotta go. I mean, of course, SGA. He's the flyest player in the league. SGA on there.
SGA is number 7.
Yeah.
Rondo makes sense, but SGA been getting hate this whole playoffs.
SGA is the drippiest player in the league, bro.
Hey, according to Ranker, man, he's the 7th most likable player in the league. So these are pretty easy guesses.
I'm gonna go. Wait, so you guess Luka, SGA. That's the people on the list.
Yeah, they're 10 and 7.
Kyrie Irving.
No, Kyrie's not on here.
Kyrie is not likable. He said the earth is flat. We're not gonna get into what else he said.
Bro,
Kyrie is likable. He's likable by certain guys.
He lied to Boston. Not only did he lie to Boston, he lied to Brooklyn. He lied to Cleveland. He's not. So
I'm gonna go with the obvious. Paul George.
We know Paul George is nowhere near likable.
Let's get another good pick. Wemby.
Wemby's not on here.
Wow.
These are majority older guys, bro. And guys who have been.
Can we go Dame?
Dame is not on here.
Giannis.
Giannis is number 1. Yes.
Giannis makes sense. Giannis makes sense. Giannis is probably the most humble basketball player.
Yeah, I think a lot of people genuinely like Giannis, bro. So
I'm gonna go with Jokic.
actually Jokic is number 5.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Dang. Dame ain't on the list. How's Dame not on the list?
Dame not on the
Nobody
list.
cares
bro.
about that old bag, bro.
That's crazy. Let's go Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson?
Uh-uh.
They're older guys.
I'll give you a hint for one of them. He's been one of the most likable guys. He's been one of the most likable guys in the league since he got in the league. Everybody loves this man now, bro. Everybody loves this man. He's one of the flashiest players. He gonna talk that talk any chance.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is number 4. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense, bro. Anthony Edwards, yeah, okay.
Hold on.
Dang, man. Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's number 2. Yeah.
Stephen Curry, of course, Steph is likable. Steph is all smiles. He's basically the NBA version of Pat Mahomes.
Another guy on this list, he was on one of the top teams. He was on one of the top teams in the league this season.
East or West?
East.
Dang.
Better yet, he was on the top team this season in the East.
The top team. Tyrese.
No, not Tyrese.
Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's number 8. Yeah.
People like Donovan Mitchell.
People like Donovan Mitchell, bro.
People like Donovan Mitchell. That's crazy. Let's think of some more all-stars. Like, is LaMelo on there?
The rest of these guys aren't even all-stars. They're not all-stars.
Mikal Bridges.
But you're kind of in that realm of a guy who, he's a good. This guy's a really great defender.
OG?
No. He was on the team in the East. He just got traded though. He just got traded.
Just got traded.
He was one of the guys who got traded after the season ended.
Dang. Was it like a really big trade?
I'm not gonna say it was a really big trade, but I think a lot of people were surprised by it. I think a lot of people definitely were surprised by it.
I'm not sure, man.
He's one of the top guys. He's one of the best defenders. He has 2 rings at this point. He has 2 rings at this point in his career.
2 rings?
He has 2 rings at this point in his career.
One of the best defenders.
He was on the team who won last year.
Who won last year?
The Celtics. He was on the Celtics.
Jaylen Brown?
No.
Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday is.
That makes sense because Drew is real. You don't really hear Drew talk much. The thing about Drew, bro, people don't bash his archetype in real life.
Drew just does his job, bro.
I hate Drew, bro. He ruined the Kevin Durant ring. The 0 in 2021. Anybody who ruined the Kevin Durant ring, automatic hate, bro.
These next 2 guys, the last 2 guys, bro, I think you should get. The third guy plays for the Rockets.
Single?
No, but he is a big.
Adams?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense too. He a
The last guy.
gentle giant.
The last guy plays for the Kings currently.
Sabonis.
No.
Levine?
No, but
DeRozan.
DeRozan.
Yeah,
is
DeRozan.
last down the list. And yeah.
Got a lot of Cali folk who love DeRozan.
Yeah, so that was a top 10 most likable players. I'm not gonna lie, that was very surprising. I thought it was gonna be some more people on the list. I didn't think Donovan Mitchell was that likable. I didn't know he was that likable by guys.
Yeah, especially since the Coco Jones stuff. I don't think people would like him that much.
I didn't think Luka would be on that list because a lot of people do not like Luka, especially.
That's surprising, bro. Luka is a really good guy.
That's very surprising. But the rest of these guys, like, of course,
Just
like Curry.
you gotta get Luke on there simply based off the fact that people were calling him fat and he didn't say anything. So
I would have thought guys like Alex Caruso would have been on here. A lot of people
people
like
hate
Alex
Caruso,
Caruso.
bro.
They hate him now because they feel like he fouls and stuff like that, which he really doesn't. I don't know, Terrence. Yeah,
Said Ja.
I don't know if Terrence was ready to get back on here. Or not.
Somebody said Ja.
Yeah, he said Ja.
Nah,
Ja's,
bro, not
Ja
Ja.
is definitely not likable anymore. He used to be like when we first got into the league, but not no more. People hate Ja.
Nobody cares about that thug.
White people, bro.
He gotta be man.
Live
Hey,
his
man.
career, bro.
I already told you. Hey, man. Ja coming back with a vengeance next season.
Yeah.
Stop saying that.
Actually, the Grizzlies are a loser, bro. They lost Luke Kennard. They gained like 3 small guards. I think they got Cole Anthony.
Did they get Cole? I don't know. Did they get Cole Anthony in that trade?
They did. They got Cole Anthony, and I think they gave up Marcus Smart.
Yeah, they did.
And they got who else did they get?
They really didn't get better.
Yeah, they didn't get better, and they lost Smart. So
Ja is gonna have to leave,
and they lost Bane. Yeah, they lost Bane. So that's really
Ja is going to have to leave Memphis if he wants a chance to win.
They're saying that.
the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be a real good team too. They got Collins. They got Lopez. I mean,
yeah, that's what I meant to touch on too a little bit back when we were talking about free agency winners. I think the Clippers won free agency because you have Lopez who can still stretch the floor. He's still one of the best shooting bigs. And he backs up Zubac, who I love. Zubac has always been a very good, good shot blocker, good rebounder. So I think the Clippers will they'll probably be around the same 6-5 seed maybe. The West is just gonna be so stacked. It's gonna be guys fighting for the play-in. Guys in the play-in are gonna be fighting to get out of the play-in. I honestly think, bro, from like C3 to 8, 9, possibly 10, it's gonna be a dogfight, bro. A lot of these teams gonna be a half a game and a half behind each other the whole season.
yeah,
That's how it's gonna be.
somehow the Bulls, the Heat, the Raptors, and the Hawks are still going to make the play-in. You know,
You said who?
the Bulls, Heat, Hawks, Raptors, all those teams are still going to probably make the play-in.
I feel bad for Bulls fans, bro.
They don't deserve this, bro.
Bulls fans don't deserve it. Bulls fans are some of the most loyal fans in
Shout out to King of fourth quarter, bro.
Shout out to Kenny, bro.
Shout out Kenny, bro.
I feel bad for Kenny, especially because that is the biggest Bulls fan I know on the internet.
He still loves the Bulls.
He still loves the Bulls to this day. He still loves them boys, but I don't know what they're gonna do. Josh Giddey did look better towards that back end of the season. I'll give them that, but the Bulls just don't have any direction of where they want to go.
I don't know where they're going.
I don't think the Bulls know where they want to go. I don't even think they'll be in the play-in next year. Maybe they sneak in at the Bulls. Maybe they sneak in at the 10 seed. They won't be anything above that. They have no direction. You have nobody on that team.
True.
And
Bulls
so,
ain't going nowhere.
yeah, they're really not though, bro. And
Bulls not gonna make it, so that mean the Hornets gonna make it. LaMelo 30-point season coming.
they signed, you know. Hornets are just gonna be the Hornets, bro. They got Trey Mann.
They're too young, bro. I want to see LaMelo thrive, bro. They're too young, man.
Brandon Miller was out of all last season, so we didn't get to see a lot of Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is a very great player, also. So I think next season, Brandon Miller and LaMelo, they might be able to do it. They might be able to do something, play in, possibly fighting for an 8-9 seed. I could see it. I still want to see Nick Smith, Arkansas native, do something. I want to see him kind of in a bigger role next season, possibly. It's going to be hard considering the fact he's a combo guard, kind of like LaMelo, kind of like Trey Mann. So I don't really know how that's going to work. Then you got Brandon Miller over there. That the bottom half of the East is just very weak
Yeah.
compared to the
This
West.
season-
And the bottom half of
season-
the West is still kind of strong compared to the East.
I mean, just this season, the East is weak in general.
Yeah, that's true. Also, the East is just going to be very weak.
The Magic, if the Magic want to win something, bro, they gotta go get Dame.
And do what? I mean, like he's a scorer, but
They still
does not
need.
have that
They
chance.
need. I feel
You
like
said the Magic?
Yeah, the Magic gotta go get Dame.
I don't think so because you got Desmond Bain now.
Yeah,
they want to they putting all their coins in Jalen Suggs.
yeah. Jalen Suggs.
They are.
It's
And
just-
then
it's
they're
scary
probably
how old he's looking now.
they're probably hoping Anthony Black develops a little bit more. They just gave Paulo that extension.
Yeah,
They just gave Paulo an extension earlier, and Paulo's going to be a top 10 player in the league at one point, probably top 5 player in the league.
He's one of the
Paolo not better than Jado right now, so I don't think so.
Oh my God. He's not better than J-Dub?
No,
I don't.
Paolo better than Jado.
I see where you're coming from, man. I do
Paolo
know
better
where you're
than
coming
J-Dub?
from.
Pablo got to be one of the most disrespected
Let's
first
stop.
round
Let's
picks.
stop.
I mean,
He's
first-
disrespected
I mean,
because he
first
was
pick-
hurt this season.
First number one,
That's why.
he's one of the most slept on number one overall picks I ever seen in my life, bro.
Because he was hurt this season, so they're gonna sleep on him, bro. He averaged 25.
He averaged 25 as a first option. J-Dub averaged 21 as a second option.
Bro, 25, 7, and 5, bro. That is
J-Dub
really
is I'm not gonna lie, J-Dub is a better defender.
That's true.
He passed the ball better. He shoot better. Like, come on, what more do you want, J-Dub?
I would say a healthy Paulo.
I'm not
A
Paolo.
healthy Paulo this season is gonna be scary, bro. He's going to be
Paulo-
he's going to be an all-star if he's healthy.
Is above J Dub. A healthy
Paolo
Paulo
would
is
be better
above.
if he stopped taking jump shots. If he would get downhill and do more like LeBron work, he would be beautiful. But he think he mellow, so he got to
It's not
shoot
that
post
far.
fades. He got to shoot jumpers. He need to be trying to go dunk on something.
Bro.
Now I would say Apollo is healthy and J Dub has a better season than him. Like if J Dub produced the same season that he did last year, then he's above then J Dub is above Paulo this year.
Man. I guess you can give. I don't know, bro.
Let's talk about that another day.
I don't know.
Talk about that another day, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, we know. Let's keep it a bug, bro. J-Dub is him.
He is.
Hey, man. Nah.
That's not debate. He is.
But now we can talk about CP3, another one of my favorite players ever.
Top 3-point guard of all time.
That's a fact.
He's a top 3-point guard of all time, bro.
Top 3-point guard.
Led the league in
I don't
steals
care
multiple
about
times.
no
Multiple time all defensive player, bro. Come on now.
When Chris Paul retired, do you think that's the true end of true point guards?
Yes. We're not gonna see true point guards are out of the game, bro. Unless you want to count Tyrese. he's
TJ
a pass-
McConnell is opening the door.
TJ McConnell is not a tenth of the player Chris Paul was. Not a tenth of the player he was, man.
Bro, TJ McConnell, bro. Beautiful.
I was very sad to see that though when he said he was going to retire, and it's probably gonna be his last season. But
Yeah, it hurts.
Chris Paul is one of my favorite players. He has multiple seasons averaging 10 or more assists. Like I said, multiple time.
Sucks we
all
didn't get to
defensive
see him play with Kobe, bro.
It does, bro. I really did want to see Chris Paul get a ring, especially in that 2021 series, bro.
He would have definitely won that ring if he went with Kobe.
He definitely would have. Hey man, if they get Chris Paul, bro, they three-peat again.
Oh yeah.
I think they three-peat again. Even with LeBron going to Miami, bro, I think they three-peat again. That Dirk run doesn't happen.
people look at it as like he just having no rings, but the impact that Chris Paul has
bro,
is insane. There wouldn't be. I don't think Shea would be the point guard he is with that Thunders team without Chris Paul
and
going.
he's chalked it up to Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul mentored him, man. Why that one season of OKC, bro? Everywhere Chris Paul has went, bro, they've gotten
They had
better.
a 0.2%
elevated
chance
the
of making the playoffs, bro.
He elevated the Rockets. He elevated the Suns.
He elevated OKC. The OKC was nowhere near playoff contention, bro. Before
it was a fifth seed. That's crazy. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, and it was the fifth seed, bro.
Come on, bro.
And they took the Rockets to 7 games.
I really do love Chris Paul, bro. Small guard, bro, could get to it. Chris Paul could score 2 when he really wanted to, bro. Like
one of the few guards that can shoot off the right shoulder.
Man, his mid range is so slept on, bro.
Dude says CPO.
He has one of the best mid range I've ever seen, bro. So I'm gonna miss Chris Paul, bro. In the
Trash.
CP0 rings is crazy. He's top 3 all time when it comes to guard.
Honestly, I think Chris Paul might end up. I think he might end up back on the Clippers.
I don't want him to do that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I really wouldn't either, bro. Because who was there? They don't really have a true point guard over there.
Isn't it James Harden?
Harden is the point guard.
You have Harden. That's true.
Harden the point guard, bro. Harden ain't giving up that ball for nobody, bro.
But we know Harden is a very good playmaker too. But Chris Paul, bro.
He said he want to go somewhere where he would like to start, bro. I just don't see him going nowhere and starting.
Bro, move Luka to 2.
No.
Move Luka to the 2. Put CP.
Oh, bro.
Chris Paul would have to come off the bench. He would have to come off the bench, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm starting Chris Paul over Austin Reeves.
I am definitely starting Chris Paul over Austin Reeves.
If he was to go somewhere where I feel like it's wide open for him to start right now, Milwaukee, I wouldn't be opposed to going to Milwaukee.
Okay, because that could be Miles Turner.
They re-signed Gary Trent. I mean, they got KPJ. I mean, they got guys he can pass the ball around to. They got Taurean Prince. They got him with good catch and shooters. And Giannis is ball dominant, but Giannis can do everything, as we know, like as a big, everything except spot up and shoot, of course.
But also,
they signed Miles Turner too, so
yeah.
Oh, that's somebody I missed in free agency. Milwaukee. I don't think they're a winner, or they're not winners in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that we think, if CP3, if Chris Paul go to the Bucks, they're contenders.
No.
Why not?
Why can they be contenders?
Not contenders, bro. You don't have anything else around them. What do they have around that 3?
They got
Kevin Porter.
KPJ, Gary Trent.
Did he just get in my ear?
Bobby Portis.
Did he just get in my ear? Did he just say Kevin Porter? Kevin Porter Jr.?
Come on, bro.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Why are we hating?
Are we serious?
Kevin Porter Jr., bro.
Are we serious?
Man, they better hope that Miles Turner was enough to keep Giannis in Milwaukee, bro. Cause you couldn't Dame. You still have to pay Dame the 20-some a year he's making over the next 5 years, bro. They can't do anything. This Milwaukee team for the next 5 years, bro, they're not gonna have any direction because you can't make any moves.
I mean, at least they got Gary Harris, right?
Oh my gosh.
We talking about Gary Harris, bro. It's over, bro. The Bucks are done.
Yeah. I don't know.
Giannis brought them a ring, bro.
The only way Giannis gonna be a contender again is if you get out that Milwaukee jersey, just like Ja. Just like Devin Booker.
But CP3, you can put him in Milwaukee. I wouldn't be opposed to him going to Minnesota. Minnesota would be him in Minnesota would be nice. Because
regardless, CP3 is gonna have to sign a vet minimum, so he's not gonna make a lot of money. They have said that it's been reports saying that he does want to play closer to Los Angeles. So, like I said, the Lakers and the Clippers will probably be you know,
I just don't see how that would
that'll
work.
probably be the most.
He want to win a championship. He can't go to LA and win a championship.
I also saw something about the Mavs,
What about the Kings?
the Kings. I don't know, but the Kings don't have a direction really either. You have Zach, you have DeRozan,
That wouldn't be bad.
Bonus, Malik, Keegan Murray. I mean,
The Kings would be a good fit.
the Kings, bro. I don't know what the Kings can do to really get better, bro.
Let's not forget that the Kings took the Warriors to 7 games. They took Winter
That was-
Soldier 3 to 7
That's
games.
2 years ago at this point, bro. That's 2 years ago, and then you lost. Man, look who you lost, bro. You fired your head coach.
Yeah.
You fired your head coach and Mike Brown, bro. A coach of the year. You don't have De'Aaron Fox anymore. I mean, you have Monk.
Monk, they starting point, ain't it?
Yeah. But Monk is not a point. Monk don't like passing the
I
ball.
think Malik Monk might have been their starting point guard so far
I
this
bet
season.
the over on Monk, bro. He dropping 1 assist.
I do believe there's going to be a breakout superstar this season. And I think it's on the Indiana Pacers, and it's going to be Benedict Mathurin.
I love Benedict Mathurin.
That's
I used to tell my pops all the time about Benedict Mathurin. I did like Benedict Mathurin coming out of Arizona.
That boy a bucket getter.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I just realized Dennis Schroeder is on the Kings right now, and you have Markelle Fultz. Those are the 2-point guards currently.
Even though Markelle Fultz was still in the league, man.
But if we're talking about breakout stars. Like, are we talking about a guy who went from like in borderline all-star to superstar status, or like, are you said Benedict Mathurin, so
He's definitely going to elevate this season. He's going to get more minutes.
breakout stars?
He might get off the bench.
He might. With Tyrese being out the season, because they've already confirmed Tyrese going to be out the whole season, which we
Them 2 twins going to be all-stars this year, bro. Both the Thompson twins.
a man is going to take another leap, honestly, bro. If a man
And
gets a shot, bro,
And
He
Jabari
needs
Smith.
to jump.
Jabari Smith is going to be special, bro.
defense, shooting. I'm just trying to think. Like a guy who can break out.
He said Markelle Fultz equals Drake.
I wasn't trash, eh? I had 20 in state. I had a 20 in a state playoff game. I don't care.
Oh my
You feel me? We just lost.
God.
I wasn't trash. You feel me?
I don't even
I was
know
still a hooper now. I was still a hooper. They know that.
And Drake get buckets, bro.
They know that, bro. I was still a hooper to it, man. I got buckets to a grade, bro. I don't know what he's talking about, bro. I still got buckets. You feel me?
Drake is the Little Rock Anthony Davis. Just
Yeah.
crazy.
I've had a lot of injuries. I had a lot of injuries in my high school career. So
It happens, bro. You still injuring yourself, you know?
hey, let's not talk about that. All right. Let's not talk about that.
Off the court, you still in the sling. Like, how that work?
In his sleep, bro.
Yo. Hey. I was okay. I was in the sling for a day. In the hospital for a night.
Crazy, bro.
But
Master.
man, I don't care. I was a hooper. I'm still a hooper. Matter of fact, anybody on the 80 and 2 show, they already know what it is. They can get it.
Time to get them dreams up, bro.
I'm still the best hooper in the 80 and 2 show.
Terrence ain't me.
But
Stop.
who we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Chris Paul. So y'all set the Bucks.
The Bucks will be a good one because he has a lot of pieces he can do with that.
Okay. Because Miles Turner, that pick and roll game could be something crazy.
Because we see
Miles Turner loves that mid range also.
you're talking about Kevin Porter, but look what happened to Lou Dort.
Yeah.
He elevated Lou Dort too.
Gary Trent. He gonna elevate Gary Trent for sure.
Jahlil Okafor is crazy.
I'm gonna just say this though. Breakout players also. Hey, Trae Young is going to be in MVP talks next season.
You said who?
Trae Young is going to be in MVP talks next season, bro.
Over Cade Cunningham.
Yes. Yes. He's going to be in MVP talks next season, bro.
Over Cade Cunningham.
I'm telling you that now, bro. I'm telling you that now.
Over
Man.
Cade Cunningham.
Bro, do y'all forget this man Trae Young in his second season averaged 20, close to 27 points a game, bro.
He wasn't even playoff talks right then. What are you
Man,
gonna do with that now?
Bro, his second season in that league, he was averaging like 27 and 9, bro. He's had some inconsistent shooting years, bro. But I'm telling you, Trae Young,
I don't care about Trae Young.
breakout season.
I don't care about Trae Young. Ever since I put my parlay on Trae Young, bro, and he walked out mid-game and kicked the ball, I don't care about Trae Young. I don't want to hear any more Trae Young.
There's no way in any universe Trae Young is over Cade Cunningham.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Trae Young, we're gonna see a different.
I don't know, bro.
No, we're not.
That kind of go like hand in hand, like Paolo and Jada is.
They're one of the best playmakers in the league.
Drake, you got to give up on Ja.
I'm not. No,
you got to give up on Trae.
I'm never giving up on Ja, bro.
Matter of fact, I'm taking it one step further. We're talking about breakout seasons. Ja is going to get back to averaging close to probably 24, 25 points a game next season, bro.
He's gonna average about 26.
If Ja is healthy next season, bro.
So first of all, when we talk about Ja in the regular season, we already got to subtract 50 games because he's either going to be suspended or he's going to be injured. So we got to take away those. And I don't think Ja Morant he can't stay healthy.
That's the thing. That's why if Ja Morant stays healthy, bro, he's going to be back to himself next season.
He's hurting himself. He's taking all these leaps. Why would he try to dunk over Lou Dort, which is literally a linebacker in a jersey, bro? Them stupid plays.
Man, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Man,
I'm not giving up on Ja, bro.
I can't do it, bro. That was one of my favorite players coming into the league when he was first coming in. He's still gonna be one of my favorite players now. I can't give up on him or Trae.
I like Durant
or Zion, bro.
I've given up on Ja solely because what has he done?
He's a playoff riser.
That's true.
When?
That's true. He is a playoff riser.
When? 2 years ago? 2 years ago?
When?
2 years ago. He was a playoff 2 years ago. He was a playoff riser this year.
He played the championship team.
That don't matter. That don't matter. He
played the number one defense.
If we're talking about playoff risers, bro, this act like this man Ja back in 20. He gave my Lakers 50, 30, 40, 50 with one hand. That Lakers series, he was a playoff riser. Look, we can take it. We can go back.
The Lakers got cones.
We can go back to 2021.
The Lakers suck.
We can go back to 2021, bro. And they played the number one seed in the West at the time with the Jazz. He went in average close to 30, I think, bro, for that series.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Who on that Jazz team was really a defender?
I honestly can't remember who was on that Jazz team.
I mean, Ja, y'all called Ja all the time.
I can't remember who was on that Jazz team because I'm gonna tell you why. Because that Jazz team was one of the fakest number one seeds.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That was a trash number one. We really gonna take that? Donovan Mitchell was the only true scorer on that team. I don't even know how they got one.
When they was good, them little seasons they was good, bro. Them little 2 seasons they was good, 21 and 2022. Them was the fakest good teams I've ever seen in my life, bro. I swear. But
bro, the Jazz were come on, bro. Ja
didn't it? Hey, if
you only had one good playoff,
the Jazz ruined your man's twice. They ruined your man's twice, bro. Terrence, bro. What about
Paul George?
That Paul George, you know what happened, bro?
Let's talk about it.
Because we can really talk. We can have a Paul George talk right now.
No, I'm not going.
Because why are we acting like, bro? I'm telling you, Paul George is the blueprint to the modern NBA.
Bro, that's simply because everybody's favorite player is Paul George. You're only saying that because you seen that clip of
no, I did not. You seen it because
our favorite player is Paul George.
Nobody was really hooping like that until they finally dissected a Paul George clip.
Hey, Paul George is you remember I sent you that text message of them playing the Walmart Paul George wash anthem on the
And we
Walmart
gotta,
radio.
Paul George is not the wash nigga in the league. If Bradley Beal still is on the team, Paul George is nowhere near wash.
I don't know where Bradley Beal is even going to be next season, bro. With that no trade clause, bro.
In the crib with his family.
He's looking to be traded now, actually.
He'll, bro.
Nobody
which
wants him.
Which is insane because you could have got traded in season last year and KD could have stayed in Phoenix.
But KD was leaving regardless. So the thing is, bro, Bradley Beal, if he's still on the Suns next year, he'll have a bigger role. KD will be gone. But I still don't see him really doing anything. He'll average 15, 16 points a game.
No.
But he'll average 15, 16.
No.
He will. I'm telling you he will, bro.
Jalen Green on that team? No.
He'll still
Devin Booker on that team? No. He's not getting the ball.
He averaged
Get in the corner.
he averaged 17 3. He averaged 17 3 and 3 this season.
Where's Killian Hayes?
Is it he on the Nets?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Was it he on the Nets this season?
Everybody on the Nets. Everybody on the Nets, bro.
But
I'll get that Bradley Beal was hooping in Washington, but did he hoop that good to get a contract like that with a no trade clause?
I mean, he was averaging 30.
Because I feel like at that time he did deserve that no trade clause.
At that time, yeah. But
He was competing, like he was doing, like competing for back-to-back scoring titles.
that's true. That's very true. I want to touch on the summer league just a little bit. Ace Bailey shook back last night.
Yeah.
He put up some good. He had, I want to say 17, 18. And he looked really good last night, bro. He was rebounding very aggressively. If Ace Bailey can rebound aggressively like he did last night in the league, then I think he'll be all right. Because
he don't want to be in Utah, bro.
But even if you don't want to be in Utah, you still got to be there. You still got to play basketball. You have to. But the thing with Ace Bailey is, bro, this is what I said when he first came into the league, bro. The thing with Ace Bailey is he's very raw in a prospect. So Ace Bailey has to. The thing I didn't like about Ace Bailey in college, he didn't get a lot of paint touches. When he dribbled, as soon as he felt the contact, he's putting it up. He's putting it up. He's picking up his dribble, and yeah, his shot making is going to translate. Because shot making, if you can make tough shots, it's gonna translate anywhere. But I need to see him get to the paint like he did last night. He was getting to the paint last night. I really like that he was playing aggressive. So I think Ace Bailey, if he plays how he plays like last night, he'll be good. VJ Edgecombe, he played very good in that first game, putting up a near triple double, or he put up a near 30-point double. I'm sorry.
Bryce had 37. God.
Yeah, Bryce had 37 last night.
I think they suspended Ace Bailey though for the rest of the summer league.
For real?
Yeah, to deal with the manager.
Y'all want to know who that manager is, bro?
Who?
That is Sharif Cooper's father.
What's with the agent?
Yes, Sharif Cooper's father is Ace Bailey's.
And we just seen the development of Sharif Cooper. So like, what we
I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why Sharif didn't just stay another year in college. It would have worked wonders for him because he didn't even play a whole college season. Now you're overseas. But I'm gonna tell y'all who else I really liked watching in the summer league was Bronny James. Bronny played good in the 11 minutes he played. Put up 10 points. He looked way more comfortable than he did last year in the summer league. He played more aggressive than he did last year in the summer league. Bronny, he came out and said he's not gonna be the guy, but he knows he has to really be a pest on defense.
The Spurs, you got Noah Farrakhan.
Bronny, I think Bronny will be in a rotation a little bit for Lakers this season also, though.
Can I tell y'all my dark horse rookie of the year?
Yeah. Okay.
Caleb Love. Portland Trailblazers.
Say that name one more time, Terrence.
Caleb Love came out of the University of Arizona and
So
USC. I got him as my dark horse rookie of the year. And
hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Caleb Love won't even touch an NBA court like that to even get
I'm
rookie
not
of the
gonna
year.
lie. What? Okay. Besides Drew Holiday, what point guard do they have?
He's on the Trailblazers.
Yes.
School.
We have Scoop. We have Scoop Henderson over there right
Move
now.
him to the two, bro. Caleb Love season.
It's,
That's
it's,
Caleb
it's,
Love.
it's too many scores, and Caleb Love doesn't do anything at a decent level for him to be on the floor.
That's my dark horse rookie of the year. I'm not changing it.
I think
My dark horse rookie of the year, I'm gonna go Derek Queen, bro. Derek can do something.
Is that really
I
a
think-
dark horse though? Because I'm like he projected.
I don't think he projected, bro. I think the projected ones are obviously like
Cool. Ace,
Coop, you got Ace, you got
VJ.
Dylan, VJ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Ace is gonna have a good rookie of the year. I mean, I don't think he's gonna have a good rookie season.
I think he will. I think it'll be enough for him to be.
I mean, Topich is gonna be rookie of the year.
That's honestly
That's my favorite.
Topich is my dark horse rookie of the year. I already told y'all I'm very high on him. I'm gonna be very high on him coming into next season because, like I said, bro, his playmaking is off the charts. The only thing I worry about for him, bro, is can he finish? Can he finish in the NBA? How he finished in the Euro? How he finished overseas? I love Topich's game, but obviously we know the favorite is gonna be Cooper Flag. Like that's gonna come as no surprise if he does win Rookie of the Year. But my dark horses have to be Topich, and I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Fears.
You just add, Johnny Broom to a team with Joel Embiid, who isn't the best in shape center in the league. It's just
Johnny Broom.
He has a 17-inch vertical at 7 foot tall. He doesn't want to do nothing but shoot threes, bro. That makes me so angry.
Man, I don't know.
Who's that Chinese boy that the Trailblazers just picked up?
Chinese boy is crazy.
I don't know his name.
Hey, nah, bro.
Who is that? What's his name? Because I think he's like 7'6" and he played for like the CBA.
Oh, I can't remember dude's name, bro. Let me look it up. I know who you're talking about. I know who you talking about. I'm trying to get to it. You said who picked him up again?
Trailblazers.
They traded him, I think. I don't think he went to the Trailblazers though, did he?
Think so?
I thought he went to somewhere else.
I
think the Grizzlies got him.
So they got him and Edie.
That the 7 foot center.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies.
They traded him to the Grizzlies.
Yeah. No. You right. They did. He did get traded to the Trailblazers. He got traded to the Trailblazers. I'm sorry. He got traded to the Trailblazers. So yeah, they did get him.
They call him Nikola Jokic 2.0.
No, I'm sorry. My dark horse is. I have another dark horse. Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson. That makes sense too.
He's gonna be on the Wizards, bro. So
I ain't gonna lie, the Wizards sleep
Trey
on the
Johnson.
Wizards, bro. Sleep on the Wizards. The Wizards can slip their way into a play-in.
No, absolutely.
Let's be for real. They got the vets. They
I
got
think
the vets.
They just. I want to say that the Wizards just made a trade like right before we got on stream. Right before we got on here, they made a trade.
Kelly Olynyk, bro.
Yeah, they traded Kelly Olynyk.
So
the
what?
Wizards are not gonna be anything, bro, until we die.
But they got Smart. I mean, they got McCollum. They got Middleton. I mean, you put them around a whole bunch of like young guys. They can teach them.
What year was it when LeBron, D Rose, D Wade was all on one team?
Okay, you're right.
2018.
That's exactly what's gonna happen with the Wizards.
It's not the same, bro. That same
that was
that
so
2018
nasty
team.
for
That
LeBron to do.
2018
Then he
team
traded all of them.
went to the finals.
Then he LeBron traded all of them. Yeah, bro. Trey Johnson, he's gonna be in the Wizards though, so he's gonna have a green light to do what he wants. He's wanted Trey. That's one of the, if not the best scorer in the draft. I had to play against Trey Johnson in high school, bro. He gave us like 30. He shot over my man's like this, no dip. Like Trey Johnson is a problem, bro. He's gonna be a problem in the league, bro. And those are my dark horses, bro.
Carter Bryant gonna be a problem too.
Yeah.
The Spurs just.
I feel like I'm saying the Spurs in general is just gonna be a threat.
Dylan Harper is gonna be a very that was two good pickups for him. I'm not gonna lie, because Dylan Harper in the pick and roll is he's scary in the pick and roll. Then he's physical. I think he'll get better on defense. He'll definitely get better on defense, and yeah, that's gonna come with obviously age, time. He's a decent playmaker. So,
who y'all picking for the MVP, man? Who gonna be the MVP this season?
VP.
Probably gonna give it to Jokic.
I'm gonna give it to
Jokic. I don't know.
This
might be a Luka season, bro. I feel like it's Luka.
It might be a Luka season. It might be.
It might be because he lost a significant amount of weight. I saw a picture.
Luka.
I got Luka up there, bro. And like I already told y'all, my dark horse is gonna be Trae Young.
Actually, like, stop.
That's my dark horse MVP, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Not happening.
Trae Young coming different, bro. He's not
gonna be a finalist.
He gonna average 28 and he gonna average like 28 and 10 this season, bro. Watch.
So gotta go Luka.
Not going to happen.
I mean, SGA could repeat.
We know. I feel like we kind of know who's gonna be top 5.
I don't think they're gonna let SGA repeat.
It's gonna be Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jokic.
Bro, Shea got one of the.
That's the MVP race.
Shea,
and I'm putting Trae Young in my
one of the most dominant seasons of all time. You gotta make
it. But I don't think they're gonna let him repeat.
Not only did he win MVP, not only did he win Western Conference Finals MVP, he won Finals MVP, and he just got put on the cover of 2K.
And he was a scoring champ.
That too. And he had his signature shoe.
Shea just had one of the most complete seasons.
And he just got a max contract.
71 mil a year.
I think he's the highest played in the league right now, isn't he?
I think he has the biggest contract in the league in NBA history.
I think he has the highest contract ever. But it's well deserved, bro.
I mean, if you come off a season like that, of course.
It's very well deserved.
Dark horse for MVP, man.
They said Kobe said Wemby. He said Wemby for MVP.
Wemby could go there too. I mean,
I got Wemby higher than Trae Young.
Yeah, I damn sure got Wemby higher than Trae Young. I don't know.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro, y'all are gonna be, bro. When Trae Young come,
my dark horse is probably Cade, bro. Cade Cunningham.
That's not a bad one.
Donovan Mitchell. You can go Donovan Mitchell.
He's not. No.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell will be there, bro, because he just don't put up.
But Cade Cunningham wouldn't be bad. Kevin Durant. Let's go, KD, bro.
He's not winning.
That's like him putting Paul George in there, bro.
No, it's not. Paul George doesn't average 27 points a game, okay?
It's crazy.
There, bro.
It's crazy
It's
crazy how elite KD is, bro. He hasn't shot under 50%. So I think
he hasn't shot under 50, and he doesn't average under 24 points a game.
He hasn't shot under 50% since like 2012, bro. It's crazy. It's actually insane. And he's been in the 50-40-90 club, I think, twice now.
It's my GOAT, bro. And they keep tarnishing his legacy. Making all these things that.
Hey, Paul George he's done, bro. Sorry to tell you.
He's not.
Paul George, the only way Paul George has any chance of getting respect is if he becomes a 3-and-D player, bro. It's time to forget about the handles. It's time to forget about all the dribbling and stuff, bro. It's time to spot up, play defense.
It's time to be a 3-and-D, bro. A pure 3-and-D.
Bruce Bowen type of guy. We need you doing that, bro. We don't need you being Paul George.
We need you being a pure 3, a Mikal Bridges type of guy.
Lou Dort.
It's time to give it up. Obviously, he can still put it on the floor, but he can't stay. You talk about Ja Morant staying healthy. Can Paul George stay healthy in the regular season?
Yeah.
Can he stay healthy?
He can. He was just letting his teammates rock.
No. He can't stay healthy, bro.
Bro, Maxey can't do it himself, bro.
We might as well get Podcast P on our podcast, bro.
I mean, if he want to invite us on there, we can get on there, man. I'm free for the.
I would glaze. I would show up in every jersey that he worn in the game, bro.
Yo, bro, Paul George is done. Just know that, bro.
It's over with, bro. I knew it was over when they was talking about he was going to the Lakers back in the day, bro. It's over.
If he would have went to the Lakers probably would have done something.
Yeah. He talking about. I mean, Magic said he was going to have Kawhi over there at one point.
Magic lied.
I don't think he lied, bro. Kawhi wanted to play in Los Angeles.
Man, that's exactly where he got the Clippers. Lakers wasn't gonna get no Kawhi.
I think he could have got Kawhi.
I want to see Kawhi win again, bro.
It's not happening.
They saying that ring was Mickey, bro.
2019.
They'll say whatever they want to say, bro. Kawhi still had a historic and dominant finals, bro. He averaged 30. He averaged 30 something. He averaged 30 or close to 30 in that finals, bro.
I do think if KD didn't go down, they would have won, though. Warriors would have won.
They would have blew a 3-1 lead.
They would have. Yeah. They were down 3-1 when KD came back.
Yeah, they would have blew a 3-1 lead.
Came back, so.
KD had, how many points KD have? Just like Halliburton.
I'm going to do this credit every ring. There's no way that when Thunder won, they discredit that ring so crazy, knowing that
they tried their best to discredit the Thunder.
That was a 68 win team.
I think people fail to realize that, bro. They were a 68 win team, bro.
And they had the best defense in NBA history.
I think that's like third, fourth, or fifth all time winning records, bro. The most dominant defense in the league, bro. This is one of the most dominant defenses we've seen, bro, since the Pistons.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's crazy. It's crazy that you can discredit a 68 win team that, like, I don't know. That's crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
And I can say also, I don't think, bro, the Nuggets, bro, they weren't as bad as the teams people try to make them seem, though, bro.
I don't know.
And
Nuggets took the Thunder to game 7.
Yeah, like, but I know I'm going into the playoffs. Like me personally, I had the Nuggets losing to the Clippers in 7, bro, in that first round.
Yeah, I thought they was lose that.
It was a lot of stuff that it was a lot of.
It was a pass, bro. It wasn't a shot. Jokic passed that. It wasn't. It was a pass, bro. Jokic got the greatest PR team of all time.
He do.
Do he though? Because do he though?
He do.
I want to talk about something. I do want to talk about something. So it was a post I saw. Who has the better offensive peak all time? Let's
not go there. Let's not go there, Drake. Let's not go there, Drake.
This is gonna.
I saw that.
This is gonna wrap up the show. This is gonna wrap up the show. I want to talk about this before we wrap up the show.
Please.
Who had the better offensive peak all time? I'm going Jokic.
Jokic all time is better than Kevin Durant.
Oh my god.
I'm saying, bro,
a better offensive peak. Y'all are only saying that simply because he can pass the ball better than Kevin Durant.
Nobody can stop Jokic. The only person that really
nobody can stop Kevin Durant at his peak.
That is true, but I'm just saying these are both unstoppable forces. So we gotta push points aside and go to everything
Are
else.
we talking? Are we talking like 5v5 offense? You know, basketball, or are we talking about just simply going out, give me a bucket?
No. Offense 5v5.
Oh,
Simply
okay.
getting a bucket. We know KD's the best scorer of all time, arguably, bro.
Yeah.
He's probably, to me, he's the best scorer of all time, bro. Him and I'm going Kobe. Those are the two best scorers of all time, bro.
I don't know, bro. Kevin Durant still got an excellent offensive peak, bro.
But if we're talking
Jokic literally like
That
throws the
20,
ball
that
behind his head.
2017, 2018
Puts
run
it
with
in there,
KD, bro.
but I have to go Jokic, bro. He has one of the best net ratings. Like, I'm not going Jokic, bro. Offensive peak, bro. He probably has I've been saying this. This is the best offensive peak I think we've ever seen, bro. Offensively. I don't think MJ. No, MJ at his peak is not a better offensive player than Jokic, bro.
Hold up, I got something that's now that
Are we forgetting Harden averaged 40, bro? Harden averaged 40, bro. Harden averaged 40.
we can say that Harden offensive peak is better than KD's.
That's true, but Harden averaged 40,
I'm not even saying that's true. Because
Harden averaged 40.
he did that for a couple games, but this is all I'm saying. KD. So now we're moving to KD's offensive peak versus Harden's offensive peak. That's what y'all want to do right now.
Harden offensive. Harden probably got the best offensive peak other than Kobe. Kobe, when he was scoring, 81, 50, 60, bro. Kobe is that, bro.
07, Kobe.
Yes, that's Kobe is one, bro. Let's not get that. Let's not.
We're talking about scoring peaks. Okay, Kobe is what? He's one in what?
Scoring peaks.
I'll second agree. I'll second to that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah, his 07.
Because when Shaq got injured, that nigga was dropping 40, 50 balls.
Yeah, from 07 to 09, he was literally unstoppable, bro. So he literally was unstoppable offensively. He said no MJ. I mean, MJ, yeah. MJ is definitely up there as one of the best scorers, bro. He averaged 30.
Who guarded MJ?
Gary Payton. Niggas know how I feel about the 90s, bro.
Gary Payton was 6 foot.
Bro, but Kenny Smith threw the ball between his legs.
Yeah, what OG say, bro? Kenny Smith threw the ball between his legs in the dunk contest and
did a cradle, dunked it, bro. Like that was never before seen.
We're done.
Never seen that before.
Jamar Tinsley got the best handles known to man.
I couldn't believe they said that. Jamal Tinsley doesn't even believe he got the best handle of all time. He probably had a heart attack when he seen that and woke up, boy.
Let's be real though. MJ, Larry Bird was a better scorer than MJ.
Whoa,
that's nasty.
Woo, no,
that's nasty,
bro. No.
That's nasty, bro.
Larry Bird was a better scorer than MJ, bro.
Bro, Jordan was dropping 30 and he was averaging 30 in the playoffs, bro.
He gave Larry 63. Larry quite literally called him Jesus.
That was just
quite literally called him Black Jesus, bro.
What I'm saying, bro.
No, we can't do that. Like that's just dick suck. They was just trying to, like that was just dick
suck. Him Black Jesus. Larry Bird is one of the best shit talkers of all time, and he called Michael Jordan of all people Black Jesus.
That's when Larry Bird was really going to the end of his career. So like,
man,
that was.
I'm gonna tell you now, Larry. I'm not even putting Larry top.
Stop it.
5 is scoring peaks, bro.
I'm not either.
Okay, scoring peaks. Never mind.
Wait, what did you think I was about to say? What did you think about to say?
I thought he was gonna say you don't put Larry top 10 overall. I mean, like all time.
He's not. I don't put him top 10 all time.
Larry Bird not top 10 all time?
No.
Let's talk about
out of it, but he's not top 10.
Let's talk about it.
Larry Bird is top 10.
Talk about it.
We gonna say our top 10s, then we gonna wrap this show up. My top 10. This is my order. People already know how I feel about Kobe. Kobe is my GOAT. Kobe is at my 1. Okay.
Kobe at 1 is crazy.
Bron is at my 2. Jordan is at my 3.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Kareem, my 4. My 5. My 5. It's a hard one. My 5.
If I hear a Will or a Bill Russell, I'm leaving.
I don't have those guys in my top 10 because they were a foot taller than half of their competition. I'm gonna tell you that now. My 5, putting Hakeem in there. Honestly, from 5 to 10, this is really not in order. I'm gonna put Hakeem, Tim Duncan. I'm going to throw Curry in there. Curry's top 10 in my opinion, but
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think who else I would throw in my top 10, bro. That's a hard one. I'll let y'all say y'all's though. Shaq is also in my top 10.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw Magic in my top 10 to round out my top 10, honestly.
Jeez.
Magic.
Y'all gonna be mad at me because I don't care what nobody say. He top 10 with that ball.
Say top 10, bro. Let me hear it.
Yeah, say your top 10, bro.
Okay, I'm going Bron. Bron is the greatest. He been the greatest since he was 18, bro. Like, ain't no topping Bron. So you gotta go Bron at one. I mean, number 1. Then you gotta go Michael Jordan. You gotta go Kobe. Kareem. After Kareem, I'm going Tim. Then I'm going Magic.
Magic? Okay. I like that.
Then I'm going Hakeem. Then I'm gonna go Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Shaq, and I'm gonna go KD. KD in my team.
Let me hear yours, Terrence.
Okay, so first we got Kobe Bryant.
Yep. Love it.
2, LeBron. 3, Mike MJ. That's just an automatic 3.
Okay.
Now 4, Penny Hardaway.
This man crazy, bro.
5, Magic Johnson.
Penny Hardaway.
Penny over Magic. Yep.
Penny Hardaway.
I'm choosing Penny over Magic
Keep
Johnson.
going. Keep going. Let's keep going.
Go ahead.
6, we got Kyrie Irving. 7, Kevin Durant. 8, Larry Bird.
If I hear Paul George anywhere in this top 10.
9, I go with Shaq.
Okay.
And 10, I go with the person that impacted and changed the game, Paul George.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning into the 80 and 2 show.
Hey, on that note,
it's Drake and T right here. It's T obviously awesome. You know what I'm saying, bro.
Hold up. Are we really? Because Penny Hardaway, before that injury, was crazy.
Penny Hardaway, bro.
Not only did you have Penny Hardaway in your top 10, you had Kyrie Irving. And
Kyrie Irving is a top 10
in your top 10.
10.
Where in any are they better than Tim? You know,
Tim Duncan is the best power forward to ever play the game.
exactly.
I believe that. But this is my top 5 though.
All right, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in to the 80 and 2 show. This was the baseline. This was the NBA segment, the baseline. Tune back in tomorrow for Real World Wednesdays. And tune in Thursday for Into the Portal. All love back here. We out, man.
We out, man.